Joy Jagannath. Every year in the month of Bhadra, Jagannath is almost dressed and decorated in the form of a Vamana avatar, in the form of Vamana avatar of Vishnu. Jagannath appeared in the form of Rama, right? In the form of Rama, another avatar of Vishnu, to Tulsidas, who worshipped him as Rama and called him Raghunath during his visit to Puri, I think in the 16th century. So, according to these stories heard from so long, and the poet Tulsidas once visited Puri in search of Lord Rama, which he used to call Raghunath. After completing his darshan of Lord Jagannath, he was extremely disappointed. He was so sad that he walked away. And this sort of explains why Jagannath has no ears, no hands, and no feet. And now, Lord Jagannath's wife. Now, who is Lord Jagannath's wife? Lord Jagannath's wife is a goddess Lakshmi. Now, Lord Jagannath's wife, goddess Lakshmi, today, that is this day, paid him a visit at Gundicha, temple, to ask him to return to his abode. The occasion, known as Hira Panchami, was observed amid much fanfare at the temple. Now, in Gundiya Vaishnav tradition, Balabhadra, that is Balaram, is the elder brother. Jagannath is the younger brother of Krishna, and Subhadra is the youngest sister. Now, in Ratha Yatra, the three deities are taken from the Jagannath temple in the chariots to Gundicha temple, where they stay for 9 days, and therefore the deities again ride the chariots back to Sri Mandir in Bhadra Yatra. Now, the festival of Puri Ratha Yatra is devoted to Lord Jagannath, who is believed to be one of the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and also revered by the followers of Vaishnavism, by the Vaishnavas. Now, the Jagannath Ratha Yatra is celebrated by worshipping Lord Jagannath, ruler of the world, and his elder brother Balabhadra, Balaram, and sister Subhadra. These three giant wooden chariots are made of a kind of neem tree for the deities of the yatra. This Ratha Yatra Puri is actually a symbol of fraternity, brotherhood, and unity. Now, the point that is important is the symbol of this Ratha Yatra. Now, the Ratha Yatra, or is if we split the word Ratha Yatra, there is a word called Rath, and there is another word called Yatra. Now, Rath means Rath symbolizes human body. Rath symbolizes human body, and Yatra is the journey that we take through this material world towards that spiritual abode. So Ratha Yatra therefore becomes an embodiment of the symbolic spiritual journey through this purgatory, or through earth. Now, once we see Jagannath, I get a very strong, very, very powerful message. Now, what's the message that I get from Jagannath? Jagannath does not have hands, neither does he seem to have feet. So in Bengali, he often, when you have people who do not apparently have hands and feet, we call them Thuto Jagannath. We call them Thuto Jagannath. Now, what is Thuto Jagannath? Thuto Jagannath means in English someone who is incapable, someone who is odakho, someone who is apodartho, someone who is unable to do anything meaningful, purposeful, যার দ্বারা কোনো কাজ হবে না, সেই তো ঠুটো জগন্নাথ. Now, when we think about Thuto Jagannath, usually why do we use Thuto Jagannath? We use Thuto Jagannath to suggest someone who can't do anything good, can't do anything meaningful, purposeful, right? But see, the God we are celebrating, the God we are worshipping, the God we are praying is Thuto. Wow, is Thuto. And he is Thuto, and we are celebrating Thuto Jagannath. So the moment we are celebrating Thuto Jagannath, we are not celebrating Thuto Jagannath. What we are essentially celebrating is disability. So the fact that Jagannath exists as someone who is disabled, who is not exactly a gym goer like some of you, who is not a 6-pack, 7-pack, 8-pack, 10-pack guy who hits gym and treadmill regularly, who has a perfect gym toned body. So he is Thuto. So the message that we get is that Jagannath therefore becomes a celebration of all of us who are ugly, who are not beautiful, who are disabled, and who feel themselves incomplete. Very much like Ganesha, Lord Ganesha. And the fact that we celebrate Lord Ganesha, Ganesh Chaturthi, the fact that we celebrate Ratha Yatra, and the fact that we celebrate Lord Krishna, and the fact that we celebrate Balaram, and the fact that we celebrate Lord Shiva. Now, if you see that Lord Shiva is not the ideal man. Lord Krishna is someone who has plenty of shokhis and plenty of shokhas. I mean, to give you example, Arjun. To give you an example of, I think Sudama is another example who had tremendous crush on Krishna, so much so that he almost punished Radha for 100 years. So, no, I don't like my Prabhu to be with girls. I like my Prabhu to be in a male company with myself. So there is a serious degree of queer potentiality. And if we see even Vishnu has so much non-masculine avatars. Now, if we see again Ganesh was born out of the dusts and clays of Parvati. Ganesh was not born out of biological sex. So again, if we see Ganesh's incarnation, Ganesh is believed to be the most intelligent god. Now, what does Ganesh do to use his intelligence? Head of elephant. So it is not the human head. It is not only the human being who are the whole preserve of intelligence. It's the animal head who thinks. Now, what is Ganesh? Ganesh has a huge task. So he is not and Ganesh is hugely fat. So fat can be a god. Ekadanta can be a god. Chai Mekhe Shiv can be a god. Homosexual tendencies could be celebrated in God. Transgender tendencies could be celebrated in Shiv Parvati, that is androgynous, Lord Shiva. Vishnu has far too many women avatars in him. So what does it, and okay, again, Jai Jagannath again. So what does Jagannath celebrate then? Jagannath celebrates all of us who are not beautiful, who are not perfect, who are not gym goers. So next time when you abuse someone as Thuto Jagannath, I'll say this again. Next time when you abuse someone as Thuto Jagannath, this is not an abuse. This is not a criticism. This is not a comment on someone's inability. This is not a comment on someone's lack of skill. This is a celebration that we do not have to be univocally, we do not have to be skilled complete, perfect, in harmony with each other. We do not have to be that. সবাইকে পারফেক্ট হতে হবে, সবাইকে কমপ্লিট হতে হবে, সবাইকে সুন্দর হতে হবে, দরকার নেই। আমাদের এমন এমন দেবতা রয়েছে যে ঠুঁটো কিন্তু দেবতা হচ্ছে, কিন্তু মানুষ ঠুঁটো হলে হবে না। অসাধারণ। সো নেক্সট টাইম ইউ পার্টিসিপেট ইন jalebi eating, next time you eat jalebi, you remember that thuto is not disempowering, thuto is empowering. And the fact that Jagannath exists in front of us in itself an evidence that let us celebrate imperfection, let us celebrate ugliness, let us celebrate unskilled performance, let us celebrate those people who are thuto. Jai Jagannath. And let's be more incomplete. Let's celebrate more incompleteness. Let's celebrate more ugliness. And let's celebrate more thuto. And in that regard, I am myself pretty much a thuto man, because I cannot ride bikes, so I am a thuto man. I cannot go out during COVID, so I am a thuto man. I cannot protect women, even my own wife, so I am a thuto man. So I do not go to gym, and I do not have 2-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack. I have only family pack. That's a huge belly, like Ganesha. Yes, Ganesha. Right. So in that regard, I am Purusher bichare, I am a thuto Purush. But then remember that most of our gods and goddesses in mythology are also thuto. Welcome to Disability Feminism by way of deconstructing and querying Hindu mythology. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. Let's celebrate Durga Puja. Let's celebrate all the gods and goddesses. Let's celebrate Ratha Yatra without expecting everyone to be perfect, without expecting everyone to be beautiful, without expecting everyone to be absolutely, immaculately accurate. Let's celebrate difference. Let's celebrate differos. Let's celebrate all kinds of pluralities. Let's stop fat shaming. Because next time you will do fat shaming, don't pray to God Ganesh. Next time you say someone thuto Jagannath, thuto Purush, don't participate in Ratha Yatra. Next time you ask for ideal husband, for heaven's sake, do not pour water on Shiva Lingo. By the way, that was not Lingo. And next time you pray for anything perfect, immaculate, let's not pray to gods and goddesses, because our gods and goddesses are beautifully ugly. They are inaccurately and accurately inaccurate. And they are, interestingly, imperfectly perfect. And they are wonderfully thuto. Jai Jagannath. Thank you.